Hello everyone, Fast Eddie here, and this video is going to be called Street Riding, Forget About Body Position. So I made a bunch of videos because I've been asked to about how to get your knee down, and a couple more videos about, if I'm out there practicing in a parking lot, dragging knee or doing low speed stuff. I jumped on the KTM and a couple other people's bikes, dragging knee, mostly because it's fun to do. And I like demonstrating on various types of bikes to show people that the bike doesn't matter once you get your skill high enough. But this, so I've been getting a bunch of comments if people ask if I do that for the street, or how do you do that, or how do you apply that in the real world. So this video is hopefully to clear all that stuff up. When I'm riding around the street, I barely move my body at all. Like if I'm on the street, I'm just going down on my bike or whatever bike I have. If I'm coming up to a left-hand corner, right? So the 3 steps that I made another video about is body, head, bike. That means you get your body set up, and then you turn your head and look through the corner, and then you turn the bike. So if I'm coming up for a left-hand corner, right, speed is always first. I'm slowing down if I need to, downshifting, whatever I need to do. So I slow my bike down, get my body set up a little bit. So if I'm holding onto handlebars, I move my body over to the inside a little bit. I'm staying to the outside, my line selection, right? And I turn my head, once I'm ready to turn, I turn the bike, I go into the corner, out of the corner, but I don't move my lower body, I don't stick my knee out, I don't push on the knee, I don't do anything with my legs. I try to stay as absolute loose as possible. If I ever do anything when I'm riding on the street, it's this. A little bit of movement, I'm back to neutral. 90% of the time, I'm just riding. Nice easy turn, I don't even move anything. If I'm going through a faster speed turn, like a pretty good speed turn, I lean about that much. Only my upper body, nothing with my legs whatsoever. That's how I ride 99% of the time I'm out there riding. If I ever get really aggressive and getting off the bike like this, that's because the traction isn't good. Say it's wet out or it's raining, and I want the bike up as high as possible just to have the most grip, the most amount of tire with the most amount of tread to have the most grip. Then I'm really off the bike like this because I don't want it to lean. But only time I'm doing the knee dragging, whatever, it's just for fun when I'm in the parking lot or if I go to the track that's local. Otherwise, I'm not doing that. There's a lot more things to worry about and to be good at besides body position. I mean, that's like the last thing I encourage people to think about or worry about if we're riding on the street. So my buddy that you saw in the other video, his name is Ram. He has the same bike I do, the adventure bike. He's from LA. So we go riding around on our bikes, and they're pretty much identical red BMW GS's, and we're riding around going all these twisty roads, and there's sport bikes in front of us, and we're just sitting there behind them like this. Just bored, because they're going slow. They don't know how to take the corners at a good speed, and because they're doing this. Every one of them is getting off the bike and trying to drag their knee and do all kinds of crazy movements, and their knee is this far from the ground, and their entire body is off of it. I'm reading him, I look back at him like, what is this guy doing? He looks like a monkey jumping around on a football. What's the point? His line selection's terrible, throttle control going on and off. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Just stay neutral and ride the bike. Don't worry about all that crap. It's unnecessary. So this video is more about, these are the really important things to worry about when you're going street riding. Unless you have your line selection down, like you know where and when to place your bike when you're going through a corner, your throttle control is really good and your vision is really good and you're able to stay loose on the bike, just stay neutral. However your bike is on, don't move until your line, vision, and throttle control is really, really good. And if you want to do anything with your body, it's this. That's it for the street. I mean, there's no need to do anything else. And you can still ride aggressively or quickly or still go for a good paced ride, and you don't have to go 20 miles per hour and be bored. You can still do a lot of things you need to do without doing all the extra crazy movement crap. So this is way more important than anything else. Some people tell me we're riding around the street, like, hey Greg, I saw you on the video, man. Hey, show me how to drag knee. I want to drag my knee on that really cool corner back there. I'm like, let's go to the parking lot, I'll show you how to drag knee. But let's see if you could take that corner right behind me at the same speeds. And 90% of the time they can't. Because a lot of people go really fast in the straightaway because their bikes are fast. But then they get to the corner and they go slow, and they go down to 20 miles per hour and then they take the corner. Ooh, straightaway, corner. Straightaway. Like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing that? It's like called charging the corner. You go so fast into the corner because the bike is fast. No skill to do this. But corner is where all the technique and skill comes into play. They slow down so damn much. And I'm behind them like, Jesus, what are you doing? In a straight line, I can't keep up. My bike's not that fast. So I'm just cruising. And I slow down a little bit to take the corner. But they slow down 20 miles per hour slower than me. I'm like, holy crap, dude. And they're way into the inside. Line selection, vision, and staying loose on the handlebars. So I draw a little picture here, so I'm gonna have my awesome cameraman come on over. So this is a realistic turn out wherever you are. So I'll show you first the red line of what a lot of people do. So imagine, I understand this is a dash line where it means you could pass, but imagine it's not, it's like a double yellow line, right? And you have a left-hand turn, then you have a right-hand turn. So besides all this body position crap and bouncing around, this is what I see a lot of people do. For the left-hand corner, they come in, they're really early like this. So they come in like the middle of the lane, and they go right here, and they're getting really damn close to the line, and they stay close. And they're like, oh crap, oh man, look at that, and they chop the throttle because they're about to fly off the cliff or hit the mountain. And they're like, okay, now they're way over here. Oh man, now I have a right-hand corner, so they chop the throttle and stay in, and oh, I don't know where it's gonna end. Oh man, they're over the double line, or they just went face first into a truck, or fly off the cliff. Holy crap, I messed that up, let's hurry up and get back over here. And now I have a big left-handed corner, and I'm staying like this, and that's just crap. I see this more often than I almost see anything else. So this is what I mean by proper line selection, and this is way more important than worrying about bouncing around your bike for no reason, right? Just get this down, what I'm about to draw, and work on your vision, have smooth throttle control. Those things are way more important for street riding. Again, there's some people who are like, well, I've been a racer for 10 years, and this isn't racing techniques, and blah, blah, blah. Well, good for you. I'm not a racer. Go make your own page about racing. This is about street riding for the normal person that needs to work on improving their skills. So don't be the red guy. I see that a lot. Be the green guy. You're going left, start on the outside. All right, you start on the outside, and then when you start on the outside, you have a later time when you're closer to the inside, and this will set you up perfectly for the right-hand corner because your eyes are looking way ahead. Once you start on the outside, you dip it in, and then you realize, now I have a right-hand corner. If I'm about to go right, you always want to start on the left. And this looks like it's not really a decrease in radius, but it could be. So until you could see the exit of the corner, stay on the outside. So you stay way over here, like really close to the line. Most people don't want to do it, they get uncomfortable, stay outside. Wait. Now I could see, I'm starting to see through the corner, I could see that it's clear. Then you dip it in, like you start to dip it in here. Then when you dip it in, there you go. And then guess what? Now you're perfectly set up for the left-hand corner. You're already on the outside. You're going left, start on the right. And you go like that, you're accelerating, you're going through, and you're all good. So you start turning in once you could see through, right? There's your lines you could see. You're close to the inside. You know you have a right-hand corner. Stay out. Wait. Right about here, you can start to see if there's anything crazy going on. Then you dip it in. You're good. And that's way more important than trying to get your body position set up like you're on the racetrack going quadruple the speed in a controlled environment with no guardrail or cliff to fly off of. Forget about your body for street riding. So all the videos I make about knee dragging, again, it's simply for fun. It's fun to do that stuff. It's fun to practice it. But when I actually ride on the street, if you actually see me ride around the street, I'm more focused on this. Whenever I'm riding around the street, I'm always constantly thinking about what's my speed going to the corner? Where am I starting the corner at? Right, I'm getting my speed adjusted. I want to turn my head and look all the way up and through, not just my eyeballs. This isn't turning your head. Turn your whole face and look through the turn. Dip it in. I want to be accelerating through the turn. Line selection, stay loose on the bars. Next turn, push, easy, dip it in. And that's what I'm thinking about. Line selection, vision, throttle control. And I could not move. I could purposely be like a statue. Just don't move my body 100% neutral on the bike. And just leaning around. The only thing I'm doing is turning my head. And I can still ride quick with the fast guys that go out riding on the street. It doesn't matter that I'm a big old 600-pound adventure bike with a third of the power some of these sport bikes have. It doesn't matter, because again, this is where the skill takes place. This is where you know if a rider has technique or not, is about your cornering. How much skill does it take to go like this on an R1? Well, of course the thing's gonna go 200 miles per hour, it's fast. But what do you do in the corner? If you slow down to 20 miles per hour to take these two turns, and I could take the same turns at 40, I'm the better rider, obviously, and that person is, they understand better about what to do, and they're far less likely to crash. I know a lot of people with fast bikes, and they go really damn fast, but they have 9 crashes in a year. And nobody hit them, it's their fault. Most crashes happen, it's all by yourself, like it's the rider's fault, it's my fault, and you go wide in the corner, you go flying off a cliff, you go over the double yellow line, you go into the gravel, whatever happens. Almost all the crashes take place because you jack up a corner, because you don't spend enough time thinking about what's important. You spend too much time doing this. And you're going over the double line, your throttle control sounds like it's ridiculous. So sometimes I know this guy, he's always rides, I see him all the time, he has a blue R6, I think. And I'm behind him like, what is this guy doing? I'm right behind him. I'm like bored. I'm like, okay, he think he's going fast, but I'm behind him. Like, la la la, let's go, let's pick up the pace. And he's just going crazy back and forth on the bike. His knee is this far from the ground. He's shaking everywhere. The suspension's going crazy, and I can hear his bike because he's got the cool exhaust in the middle of the corner. And I'm just like, dude, would you take a class and learn how to ride this bike? That bike is so much more capable of what you're doing. You're literally jacking up the bike. The bike is probably pissed at you. If it was a transformer, it would be like, please get me another rider on this thing so this guy could jump off me and stop ruining myself. Like the suspension, everything is just jacked up. Focus more on this. When I'm doing the knee dragging stuff in the parking lot or at the track, it's that. It's fun at that time, for that time, it's just fun to do. When I go riding on the street, if you see me riding around the street, I guarantee I'm barely moving my body, but my line selection is spot on, my throttle and my vision are all, that's the only thing I focus on riding on the street. Of course, traffic and blah, 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 and emergencies, all that stuff is just a given. But this is way more important to focus and practice and understand before you start throwing your body from one side to the other when you don't even know how to do it because you're never taught, because you never took a course on how to actually do that. So I'd rather you just try to stay loose on the bars, don't tense up your hands. If you could just stay loose and focus on line selection, throttle, and vision, way more important. You'll be such a more efficient, consistent rider besides worrying about this body position stuff. Again, I just do that for fun in the parking lot. It's just fun to do. So I hope this video made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.